that you must believe. That's all. It's all about belief. You know, we want it to be more than that, but it's all about belief. Everything starts with belief. You can call it faith. You can call it assumption. It's the same thing. You can call it knowing. You can give whatever name you want to give it. So what can you make believe true? What can you make believe that is true for you? Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. The magic of believing, yet the work is mental. Hello, hello, one, hello. The magic of believing, the work is mental. There is work involved, but work is mental. It's not about working the outside, it's about working within, changing your mindset. Yes, the tips for a positive mindset is acceptance that you already have that what you desire, that you already are that. It's about practice. You got to be willing to practice it. How do we practice talking to ourselves? What is your inner dialogue like? How's your inner conversation? How do you talk to yourself? And how do you speak of others? Hey, Kelly Janae, welcome, welcome. Say great afternoon. It's evening here for me. True transformation comes with consistency. You have to want it. You have to want to be different. To be different than you are, which means you must be willing to think differently. Hey, A-Town, what's happening? Great evening, multi-millionaires, kings and queens. Yes, 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 yes. What are you willing to accept as true about yourself? See, scripture reminds us of who we are. It's all about, are you willing to accept who you are? That you are the way, the truth, and the light. You are the light. You are the life. You are the resurrection. Say, I am the resurrection. I am the bread of life. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. That's how you transform your mindset. You got to be willing to talk to yourself. You got to make this a lifestyle. You got to take it wherever you go, morning, noon, and night. For his delight is in the law of the Lord, and upon this law does he meditate day and night. Some of us want it to be sometimes. Some of us only want to do it when we find ourselves in a pickle. Then we want to try to meditate. Then we want to try to get the mind quiet after everything is all helter-skelter. And then you realize it's a little bit more challenging to quiet that mind when the mind has been rambling sheep all the time. Yes, A-Town. Yep. Hey, Rose. Meditation is just about conversation. You meditate all day long, just like you do affirm. Meditation is about becoming one with. Meditation is about communion with thyself. There are many ways to meditate. You can discover what works for you, and it's about your deeper connection to self. So you do want to have those quiet moments where you set aside specific times to go within, to close your eyes and shut out the external world. and focus those thoughts. You can listen to music, right? You can listen to instrumental music. You can listen to, some people like the sound baths or the sound waves or the sound bowls or the gongs. It's different things you can do, right? Some people like classical music. Some people like jazz music, some music that relaxes you and calms you. Some people hum within themselves, right? Some people listen to their heartbeat. Some people listen to nature. You got to discover what works for you. What's going to put you in that relaxed state, that calm state that centers you, relaxes you, calms you. Hello, Franklin. Can you actually manifest a progressive genetic disease away? My daughter manifested her neurological dis-ease away. So yes, you can. She was diagnosed around 11 or 12 years of age. She had surgery not many, like a year after that, months after she was diagnosed. But she was told she would be on medication the rest of her life. She, in her early 20s, she was then diagnosed with chronic arthritis. And she told herself she no longer wanted to be on medication or continue to go see specialists. And she has not been on medication or seen a specialist in over about 7 or 8 years now. Maybe longer than that. I think she might have told me about 10 years. And as she was manifesting this, she said she would continue to take the medication, but she would tell herself that she was healed. And she said she did this for several months until she realized she no longer was taking the medication. And like I said, she has not been to a doctor for several years. She'll be 32 in June. And this ease would cause her to have problems swallowing, chewing. Her eyes would get lazy. Her limbs would be it would be hard for her to walk sometime, hard for her to lift her arms. So this neurological dis-ease was attacking her body. And she just decided within her mind that she no longer wanted to be ill. And she understood that it was her mind that created this reality. So it was her mind that was going to transform the reality. Hey, Lisa, welcome. Hey. Hello, Jay Monday. What do you mean? You have some questions regarding what? You can post your questions in the chat. So what part do these lives play in me? Just being able to hear this and concepts and cues. Are you asking me that question, A-Town? Good evening, April. Welcome. Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, A-Town. Is that Anamika? Hey, are there any good things to listen to for self-concept? Yes, there's also, I like to listen to Dr. Joseph Murphy. I like to listen to Neville Goddard. I like to listen to Reverend Ike. I also like to read lectures and books by Neville Goddard and Dr. Joseph Murphy. And also meditating and talking to yourself, getting in the habit of affirming the truth of your being, getting in the habit of talking to yourself and telling yourself the truth of who you are, reminding yourself that I am perfect, that I am whole, that I am complete, that I am enough. All right, you want to get in the habit of claiming these things for yourself, and you do this in meditation. reminding yourself of who you are. And you keep doing it until it sounds real and it sounds natural and you believe it. You want to say it because you want to believe it. You were saying yep to me? Oh, you said yupper. Yupper? Because that's something you have to answer yourself. You say, well, what part do these lives play in me? Just being able to hear this and concepts and cues. I think that's something you will have to meditate on and come to an understanding. Hey, Alicia. Because I would hope that the purpose of the lives will be impressing the subconscious with the truth of who you are, right? Reminding you of who you are. That's the whole purpose of enlightenment, is to remember who we are and to accept it, to make it natural to us, to make it real for ourselves, to stop questioning our power and to apply what we're remembering, apply what we're hearing so that we know it for ourselves and that our faith isn't easily shaken or we aren't easily moved when things don't seem to go quite the way we think they should go. Right? Hello, Duchess Delusional. Oh, yeah, it gets better. The more you oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. So why did you so your children are on vacation? Or you're on vacation with your children? Like, what is your concept with parenting? I know that was something I had to change within myself. And, when I came into this understanding or this, this knowing, my oldest daughter was already grown. And then you all know I have a bonus daughter through my husband, through our we were both on our second marriage. So we came into the marriage. I had 3 children and he had 1. So the youngest one was about 8 or 9 years old. And then the other 2 were, let's see, they're 21, 7, 14, 13, 14. So they were like just teenagers, beginning their teenage years. And so I had to, do some introspection and change the way I wanted to parent once I understood that, because how I was raised and how I originally was raising my children was based on how I was raised. And so that mentality was from an authoritarian mentality. It was do as I say, do what I say because I say so, don't talk back. You don't get to speak your mind. You don't get to say what you want to say. You got to do what I say and as I say to do it. And, if you don't, then there will be a price to pay. That was the mindset. So that was a shift I had to do to change that mindset and understand that, because I came from the mindset that children are really to be seen and not heard, that type of mentality. So I really had to transform it. Oh, okay. Say they are brilliant, but not what others consider. I feel like I'm getting onto them. So. Well, it's not hard to change it. It's not hard. So let's change that mindset. It's definitely not hard to change it. It really becomes easier when you make the decision to do it. And I know we're really conditioned to identify our children or ourselves with the labels that others give them. And I know it's really to detach from the label, right? Because I just really think if you saw your children not as being, like, I don't know, so I don't want to, I know this is a touchy subject, so I don't even want to go there with, because I don't truly understand autism, so I'm not even going to say that I do, because I don't. That's a newer diagnosis. That's not something that my generation grew up with, or even my oldest daughter's generation grew up with. It's more of the generation of my younger children. That's why I start to hear more of this diagnoses. And it's just, anytime that we bring that people be different, we want to categorize them and put them in this box and say, well, because you think different, because you act different, somehow that's should be seen and categorized as not being normal. What is normal? And it's all about you deciding to be okay with the label. Then your world will be okay with the label. But are you okay with how they are labeled and are seen, and how you're dealing with it? Okay. Yes. Because remember, everything is your reflection, right? Everything your experience is based on your assumptions about it, right? So have you settled within your mind that you're okay that they're different, that how they interact socially and how they think isn't mainstream? Are you? Then stop explaining it. Create the reality that you no longer have to explain it. And you're only explaining it because you feel like you have to justify it. Because it's a part of you that thinks their behavior is wrong. Because if you didn't think their behavior was wrong, you would feel no reason to justify it. You wouldn't feel any reason to judge it. Hey, neighbor. Hello. Hey. Hello, Mila. To flip to 3D, give it a different meaning. Change your perspective of the 3D and it'll be different. Yes, thank you, Anshi. Thank you. Hey, Jasmine. Yep. It's really your perspective that you're experiencing. And I know being told that everything you're experiencing is because your beliefs about it is reflecting back to you, but that really is it. Once you get to the place where you feel like you no longer have to justify, or you can stop judging them, then you'll realize your world no longer judges them. Yep, we gotta release the judgment. And just say it's okay to be different. Everyone came here to express their own uniqueness, and this is their way of expressing their own uniqueness, and you want to be okay with that. That they don't have to think and act and be like everyone else. That's what makes them unique. Right, there is no error in divine. Absolutely. There is no cookie cutter way to be. Just embrace the uniqueness. Embrace the difference. That's why our school systems are archaic, right? Our school systems are archaic. They still have not changed the way we teach people for the last 100, 200 years. It's still the same setup. A blackboard behind a teacher and children sitting in rows. Like with all of this technology, all this advancement, and we still teach the same way. Like, really? Yes, the real school systems are only just adjusting to our needs. There's lots more work to be done. So that's why I'm homeschooling my toddler when she's, oh yes. I know that's something my daughter wants to manifest as well. My grandson is 7 and she's manifesting, she wants him to be homeschooled. She actually wants to like travel the world with him. She saw this family on YouTube. They're a white couple that adopted an Afro-American daughter. And I think she's about my grandson's age, I want to say. Maybe a little younger. Maybe she's about 5 or 6. She might be about the same age as him. And they have she's gone to different countries around the world and has enrolled in a different school systems around the world. I think right now she says they're in Bali, I think. But she's been inspired by this couple to, raise my grandson, in that way, to let the world be his teacher, to learn from that way. And she's been very inspired by this couple on YouTube. I don't know the name of the family, not really familiar. I saw a couple of their videos. Very, very inspirational, very, very powerful. Yes. You would love to do that too, neighbor? Yes. Because I believe that the wife used to be a nurse, I think. And they decided to like invest in real estate. So right now, neither one of them work, but their income comes from their real estate investments. So that's beautiful. It is. It is. They're very, very inspirational. And they just take you along. They're like vlog, and they just, vlog or whatever, and they just take you along on their journey as they go to the different places in the world, and and just share their life with you. It's pretty cool. Say positive income, financial independence, freedom, and world travel. Yes, yes. Oh, what's a luffy? I never heard that term. I never heard that term before. What's a luffy? From One Piece? Is that a television show? I'm not familiar with that. Yes, we really can create our own reality, and we just have to remove ourselves from societal norms and stop letting society dictate to us what life should and shouldn't look like, right? But it does take courage to want to not live according to the way society says you should. It does take courage. It does take faith, right? Oh, live action came from an anime. Okay, it's on Netflix. So a lot of the show reminds me of Manifestation Elements. Nice. He never ever wavers, even when people tell him he'll never be king of the. Teaching you how to be steadfast, how to persist, how to stand your ground. right? Regardless of what the world is telling you, what's impossible, you truly have to what? Believe in you. Believe in you. Believe in you. And that does take courage to believe and go against the grain, to be different, because the world loves conformity. They only accept difference when they see that it works, and then everybody loves it. But while you're in the process of manifesting the difference, you're going to have a lot of scoffers. You're going to have a lot of people that mock you. Yes, because when I brought up homeschooling, my family tells me I would, whoa, ruin their lives. Oh no. I remember when I was in the search for a church home, right? I don't know if you all have heard the story about when I left Church of God in Christ back in the early 2000s, but I still hadn't left church all the way, and I went to this predominantly white church, because Church of God in Christ is predominantly African American, right? So I went to this other church. I used to live in a suburb of Chicago out south called Lansing, and so I had found a church out there, but that church was predominantly white. Just about everybody in there homeschooled their children. Just about everybody homeschooled their children. Some of them had joined the military. Some of them was in college, doing really well in college, right? But just about everybody in that church was homeschooling their children. And I really did like the church. It was a really great community. It was I had joined like the women's circle, and we were getting together when we were doing potlucks and everything. They were very welcoming. They were very warm. They embraced my family, and they were, they were very Christ-like. I will say they were representatives of Christ-like from a church standpoint. They didn't believe in tithing. Their church was paid for. They only believed in free will offerings. So I was like, if that was a church, if there was be any type of church I would go to, it would be a church similar to one like that. I mean, there were some other things. I think at that time I was looking to get a divorce, and so I wanted to understand their position on divorce. And they were still kind of operating like, well, one time we thought it was wrong, now we think it's right. So they were kind of like back and forth on that issue. And I knew at that time I was getting a divorce. Yes. But I ended up walking away completely from church. I walked away completely from it. And for a while, I didn't have anything to do with Christianity or with God or the concept of God or anything like that. I kind of just got into atheism a little bit. That really didn't like mesh. That didn't really feel right. Yeah. Hey, my manifestation momentum. Peace and love. Oh, yes. Here's the thing with the cult thing, right? Anything that doesn't allow you to freely think has a cultish type. Right? Anything that tells you must think this way, you must be this way, you must work, people that don't want you to, have a conversation and talk things through and give varying, opinions and the way you see things. You got to be so careful with that. Because remember, everybody's on their own journey. Everyone here is to rediscover who they are. And not everybody is going to come to the same point at the same time. And you got to be okay with that. Oh, okay. Yes. Hey, Jasmine the Goddess. Yeah, the quickest way to the healing when it comes to a relationship, because a lot of times those type of experience in a relationship, especially if you were together for any significant amount of time, it does feel like a death, right? And so you're going to grieve. You're going to go through the process of what was so familiar to you and letting go of that familiarity. And you truly do want to be in that state where you can forgive and you can repent. That you take full ownership for the relationship, full ownership for your part that played in the dissolution of the marriage, and to give yourself grace. You got to give yourself grace. You got to love on you. You got to forgive you. You got to repent. You got to give yourself compassion and understanding. You got to give all of that. Oh, yeah, Saturn. Yeah. Hello, hello, spiritual baddie. And just know the healing process is only about acceptance. It's really about acceptance. Healing is not about thinking you're broken or that something is wrong with you or that you did anything wrong. You did the best you could with the knowledge that you had at the time. And so the healing aspect comes from accepting that you're already whole, that you're already healed, that there's nothing wrong, that what that was an experience, and it gave you more clarity, it gave you more insight about who you are and what it is that you desire. And now you should take that as a way of elevation and not look at it as some downward thing or that you lost anything, but that you gained so much, and that is knowledge of self, more of what you do want in life. You're more clear about that now. Mm. Yeah, it sounds contradictory, doesn't it? The church believes that God currently lives within us, but they, right. Yes, we understand that consciousness is all things, it's everywhere present, right? Everything is made out of the same substance. Ev- Everything, which is thought. Everything comes from thought. That's the energy, that's the life force, that's the source of all things. That the world is mental. I accept that there is none, Anshi. That there is none. I accept that putting off this physical body, this vehicle, is just a portal onto to more life, to another experience, whatever that may be. That putting off the body is not termination. That the body is not who we are. We have a body, we use a body, but we are not the body, right? We are the life source that animates the body. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, many people have had confirmations. You know, there a lot of people have had different spiritual experiences confirming. I myself have not had any like astral projections or lucid dreaming or anything like that. But I do accept those experiences to be true and to be real. So I accept that we are more than what we see physically. So you're going to dark hair tomorrow. Why are you so nervous? What color hair do you have now? So I'm intending my husband loves it because he likes, oh, you're blonde. Oh. Well, yes, he's going to love it because he loves you. You're going to appreciate whatever color you are. Oh, nice, nice, neighbor. That is intense. It is. Mm. Say then it's just calm. But aren't you realizing there is no death? Right, neighbor? Right, just a shift of awareness. Yeah, I don't really like to like get too deep into those type of conversations because I don't want us to think of that we came here to experience this plane. And so we should experience all that this plane has to offer. And then when it's time for us to go experiencing something greater, we will. But we're here to be image makers and to create the experience we want to create here and now. Good evening, Janine. And a lot of times we get too focused on not being present here, now, in this moment. Oh, okay. Yes, I know there are others with like 1 foot here and 1 foot elsewhere, experiencing multiple streams of consciousness. So you say, but that's not you, huh? So you're here to take it all in. Take it all in. Yeah. Because I'm really not going to have a discussion that I don't know too much about. I really can't, you know, that's not where I am spiritually. And I do understand there's so much more to us, more than we know, right? But we did come here to have the human experience. That's our purpose for being here, for taking on form, is to remember who we are and to experience this thing we call the third dimensional space. Yes. Yep. Experience the here and the now. Hello, how are you? Is that day? I can't read the second one. Those letters are really, even with my glasses on, I can't see that. But hello, hello. But it's all about, what do you want? What do you desire? Oh, that's Luz Chula. Thank you. Thank you, A-Town. Say you're baking cookies. Nice, nice, nice. Awesome. Because we want to learn how to master our minds, right? We want to learn how to physically focus our minds to create what reality we want to experience here and now. What is it that you want to be physically focused? What do you want to see make visible in your world, right? And no, there are no limitations. No limitations to what you can do, what you can be, what you can have, right? And you can be anything. And the things we're experiencing currently, we have to understand that those things are in our experiences for that reason, for us to experience them. Not to be defined by them, not to be constrained by them, but just to show ourselves that life is not about conformity. Life is about diversity and uniqueness and willing to go against the norms of society. So where do you read the Neville books? Are they online? I couldn't find them free. Oh yes, you can definitely get them for free. There's a website called the Law of Attraction Haven, and there are a lot of free PDF books there. Or you can just type in the name of the book you want and put free PDF in Google. But the Law of Attraction Haven website has Dr. Joseph Murphy, has Florence Scovel-Shinn, has James Allen, Neville Goddard. There's also a free Law of Attraction app that also has free metaphysician books on there. They also have the audio. You can go to YouTube and get the audio versions as well. So how can we become self-obsessed through manifestation? Through focusing on self. That's how you become self-obsessed, giving all your attention to you, falling in love with you, pouring into you, accepting the truth about you, accepting that you are love, that you are light, that you are whole, that you are complete. Spending time with yourself by meditating, by closing your eyes and shutting out the noise around you, shutting out the 3D, going within and communicating with yourself. Oh, Audible. Yeah, Audible, you need a subscription with them, right? Oh, okay. You're welcome, Jasmine. Hey, Joy. Welcome. Hey, all love. Hello, Domi. All things are possible with the SP. I know the SP, I know these SPs are very, very, they're quite popular, manifesting the SP back. I don't know who initiated this mindset of wanting someone back that has moved on from you, but okay, we gon' rock with it, right? But do you understand the reason they're not there is because of you? That they are you pushed out? That the reason they don't want to be with you is because you don't want to be with you? Everyone is you pushed out. And so when you like you and you love you, you're going to draw someone to you that likes you and loves you. You're not going to try to find a way to make somebody like you. See, I come from the old school that there are X for a reason. Why would I want someone back that has decided they don't want to be with me? But now I understand everyone is me pushed out. And my relationships are based on my concept of them. So my relationship will only change once my self-concept changes. And not a moment before. I see that a lot of people talk about the SP, but they don't want to talk about themselves. They want to say, well, the SP is doing this, and I need the SP to be different, and they're not committed, and they're not faithful, and they're not this, and they're not that. But what about you? What are you? What are you saying about you? Why are we putting the responsibility on the other person and not taking full responsibility that you created the reality that you find yourself in with the SP? Had you thought differently, you wouldn't have to create for them to come back. When you have to, this is not about changing other people. This is about changing you. This is about accepting you, loving you. Say, I am healed, I am whole, I am healed, mind, body, and soul. I say that while running and in the AM. Yes. So I had matcha latte instead of coffee today. And yeah, I loved it. Okay, okay. Okay, say yes monthly. Yeah, my husband has it too. But I know they were looking for a free version. Hey, Holly. So I would never with the SP, LOL. SP is so popular. When I was first starting, I thought it was only for romantic partners. Right? Oh. That now is really deep about it is because it is because and I know people have this fear of being alone. That's the only reason why you want to try to manifest someone back, because you're in fear that you're not good enough. You're in fear that you can't bring someone new, so you want to bring back the old. You want to try to figure out how to make that work. Well, it's a reason why it wasn't working. Let's work on why it wasn't working. What caused the breakup to begin with? Why are you unhappy with the person now? And change your mindset. Yes, hello, Trinity. Say abandonment wounds, childhood trauma, shadow work. And it just really is about choosing you. Instead of trying to get them to choose you, you choose you. You choose you. You recognize that you are the prize. You're the star in this reality. To love you, to appreciate you, to say, yes, I deserve love because I am love. I deserve to be treated well because I treat people well. I think highly of myself, so of course other people are going to see my worth because I see it. I claim it. I know it. Right? Neville remind us, the loveless never find love. The loving attract love to them, right? This is the law of attraction, right? You attract who you are. You attract who you are. So I'm side-eyeing myself after learning about law of attraction and seeing the men I've attracted. Right, Duchess. I was doing this, well, before, I was side-eyeing myself before I came into the law of attraction, but yes. So I've gotten to the point now that when something happens with anybody in my reality, yep, be obsessed with you, God, and stay on your throne, and they will never, yep, they will never leave. I become more aware, and when something happens, I say, what is this teaching me? And then I had a break from it for a couple of years. Oh, did you? Okay. So where do I stand in this situation or with this person? Right. You have to ask yourself, why are you thinking this way? Because it's what you're thinking that you're creating. Right, Trinity? It's what you're thinking you're creating. What beliefs do you have to have in order to have this experience? Because that's the only reason you're having the experience is because of your beliefs. And if your beliefs were different, you'd have a different experience. That's really it. Knowingly and consciously, yes. Because, a lot of people come in like, this is not about making or getting. This is about being. Who do you say that I am? Thank you, Belle the Goddess. Who do you say that I am? That's what it's about. What do you say about yourself? Because that's what you're going to express in your world. So if you have a concept of relationships as being difficult and hard, and that people show up, they're uncommitted, they're unfaithful, they're disloyal, you're insecure, you have low self-esteem, you lack confidence, you're going to draw someone in that's going to magnify all of those things about you. But if you see that yourself as loving, kind, compassionate, understanding, harmonious, perfect, complete, worthy, deserving, confident, you think highly of yourself, and your thinking highly of yourself doesn't push anyone else down, doesn't make anyone else less than, but you just know who you are, you're going to attract that same type of energy to yourself, right? Like attracts like. You draw your person to you based on your concept of you. It's your concept of you that you're drawing to you. So what is your concept about you? What's your concept about relationships? Be honest with yourself. Do you really think relationships are hard and difficult and challenging? Do you notice that you're a nagger and a complainer? And that you always trying to change people? People ain't never good enough for you. People ain't just quite right. It's always something wrong with them. You just always find something that just ain't quite right with the other person. Hey, J Cash. Hey. It's as easy as you say it is. If you want to say it's difficult, it'll be difficult for you. It's not hard. It really is easy. Once you make a decision, because I did it, so I know it's not as hard as we say it is, but it does take you deciding. You got and remaining faithful to that decision. Once you make a decision, you see how easy it gets. It's because you're double-minded makes it hard. It's not hard at all. The scripture says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. Because I am meek, disciplined, and I am lowly of heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls, rest, peace of mind. But you're telling yourself it's hard. It's difficult. It's a challenge. So then guess what? It's going to be hard, difficult, and a challenge. Hey, NA. Say I was able to manifest away the medical situation I mentioned in your lives a while ago. Oh, yes. Amazing. Wow. That is beautiful, NA. That is beautiful. Wow. Yes. We get 3 wows. Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome news. Okay, right, Trinity, right. Exactly. Yes, hey, hey, yes. Not you manifesting a snowstorm. Where you at? We don't want no snowstorms. Where you live? Keep your snowstorm over there. I don't want no more snow. Say now I know it's really talking about consciousness. Yep. Oh, okay. Not y'all manifesting snowstorms. Okay. Virginia Beach. Okay, good. Y'all on the East Coast. Okay. All right. Oh. I mean, we really haven't experienced much snow. So I can't even front. We haven't even experienced that much snow. So yeah. And I'm not asking for it either. So you're on NYC, okay, yeah, y'all on the East Coast. Keep that over there. We in the Midwest. Y'all keep that snow all the way over there. That's it. Not you sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Yes, the snow has been thin. Oh, Ohio got slammed. So I don't want no more snow. So I'm in Virginia too. Supposed to get snow. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, Allison. Say we're going to have snow here in Memphis. Y'all getting it down south too. Okay. Hey, Eden. We got to let go of time. Got to let go of the time. Your time is your limitation. There's only now. We're not going to talk about how quickly something comes into your experience. You just got to know that the thing you desires you can see yourself as being it now and stop worrying about when it shows up. Know that it's already yours now. So I kept telling my brother I did this. Oh, wow. Manifest the snowstorm in your dreams, please. And thank you. I know, right? Say only in your dreams. As real as it may seem, it was only in my dreams. You saw snow for the first time last month? Oh, wow. Hey. Wow. Did you go out there? Did you play in the snow? Hey, did you go out and play? Did you touch it? Did you throw some snowballs? Did you make some snow angels? Say, child, I had a long conversation with myself today and it helped. You would have thought I was crazy. No, you're not crazy. We know you're not crazy. So I have years of experience with snow. I got it. I know, right? Oh, gee, I just got jumped for wanting it's a snow. Right. Time's not linear. I'm sorry, y'all. Not really. I know, not really. There are no time crunches. There's only now. Do you understand, Eden, that you are the creator of your reality? There's no such thing as a time crunch. When you ask for it instantly was granted to you. The moment you asked for it, you were given the answer of yes. Now just be still and know that it's yours. Say, girl, I talk to myself all the time. We have in our conversations all day, every day. Yep. Got to talk to yourself. It's part of the journey. So I had a romantic convo in my head earlier. I was really there, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Having those conversations, they're going to show you where you are. So listen. Listen up. Be aware. Be aware. You say, "Dear ate your sushi?" Yes. I like sushi too. It is done. I'm already in Barbados and I went first class, baby. Yes. 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 Look, y'all gotta let go of time. I know y'all seeing these TikTokers, y'all seeing these YouTubers, and they're like, you want your manifestation in 24 hours? It happened in 3 days. It happened in 7 days. They dangling the carrot in front of you. Let me dangle the carrot. Let me dangle the carrot. Because everybody is so concerned about when. You only need to be concerned with now. That's all you need to be concerned with. Now. But they dangle that carrot in front of you, boy. All right, so see yourself is already well, right? So you're imagining, you're giving thanks, right? You're giving thanks for wellness, right? And you're going to sleep knowing that all is well. And you're not looking for it. You're not seeking for signs. You're not trying to see if it's really going to happen. You have to know this. And do your best not to label your condition. See yourself as the body is just recalibrating. It's adjusting. It's a self-healing organism. We're not paying attention to symptoms. We're not paying attention to whatever's happening in the body. We're going to live from within. And we're going to give the expression of the body a different meaning. Oh, yes, yes. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Over 10K the easy way. Yes. Say heavy on self-healing. Yep, you just gotta keep talking to yourself, reminding yourself, regardless of what it appears to be. Man likes to go by appearances, but God looks at the heart. God looks and see, are you convinced? Do you have a deep conviction? And you don't care what the outside looks like. You don't care what other people say. You don't care what other people see. You don't care about circumstances. You don't care about the current expression. You only care about what you have convinced yourself of, what you have seen within your mind's eye, whether you were talking inwardly to yourself or you were visualizing. That's the only thing that's real. What's going on within your mind. So I've been blocking all these coaches lately, and I only look at T and 2. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. I don't know about any nervous system regulation. I know people talk about it and they say that it works for them. I don't know what that is. All I know is that when you speak the word and you claim it and you continually speak in faith, you continue in faith, knowing that the thing you have decreed, the thing you have declared, that is so because you said so. It's so because you said so, because I am the Lord, and beside me there is no other God, that I shall decree a thing and it shall come to pass. That all I have to do is speak the word and it shall be so. Thank you. Thank you so much, Janine. Thank you. But if you think that's necessary, Eden, if you think that whatever that entails will help you be convinced of your desire, then that's a law you're creating for yourself. Don't break your own law. Don't go against your own belief. Because it is always done unto you as you believe. Not how I believe, how you believe. Yeah, I don't know what that, yeah. So what do you say? What are you saying? Right. I don't know, Jasmine. Hello, King. Welcome, welcome. And so if you never did this Age X, if you never did this nervous system regulation that you're talking about, you think that you could never come to a calmness or stillness? Because it just sounds like another technique that we've created because we don't think that the word is enough. We don't think that visualization is enough. So now we got another thing that we got to do in order to manifest. I'm doing well. How about yourself, King? Yeah. Because isn't that regulating your nervous system? Sitting with your thoughts? Isn't that relaxing you and calming you? Getting quiet, getting relaxed. Isn't that automatically self-regulating? I think you're already doing it. But somebody decided to put a label on it. People didn't like meditation, so now they call it nervous system regulation. They're like, I need to spice this up a little bit. I need to, give it another term. I need to call it something different. I know what I call it. Nervous system regulation. Because meditation, we've been saying that too long. We've been using that term, and I don't really like that term. That don't sound scientific enough. I need to make it sound scientific. I need to make it sound medicinal. So I'm going to say nervous system regulation. You're just telling me meditation. You're giving me another term for meditation. Okay. Let's stop making simple things difficult. You already have the recipe. You already have it. You don't have to try to invent the wheel. It's already been invented. Just apply what you already know to do. Just do what you know to do. But you don't want to be consistent at doing what you want to do, so you're looking for the next new shiny item, the next new thing that sounds really good. Because you don't want to be consistent at doing what you already know what to do. So you're looking for the next thing. Well, that didn't work. I did that 3 times and it didn't work. So somebody got something else to do. What else can I do? Because I meditated for 3 days and ain't nothing happened. Didn't nothing change. Oh, okay. let me give you self-regulate. Okay, how is self-regulating the nervous system different than meditating? It's not. Okay. How is self-hypnosis different than meditation? It's not. Oh, okay. How is state akin to sleep different than meditation? It's not. Oh, okay. We're saying the same thing, and we're just putting a nice little bow on top and trying to say that it's something different because we want to feel like, we invented a new wheel or something. Right. Oh, okay. Okay, all love. Thank you, Trinity. But it ain't new. They just gave it a new name. It's not new. Okay, King. Well, you can reverse that. You can change that by changing your mindset, changing what you accept about the situation. We don't want to be consistent with what we already know because we have been convinced by these, I know, these, boy. It works if you work it. It really does. It does take persistence, commitment, and you being aware. The only reason it appears to take this time is, for one, you don't believe it's already yours, and you're double-minded. But you don't realize you're double-minded because you don't pay attention to how you talk. You don't pay attention to how you communicate with yourself and with others. You don't realize, okay, you just spend 30 minutes in meditation, nervous system regulation, self-hypnosis, state akin to sleep, robotic affirm, whatever technique you want to call it. You just spend 30 minutes saying, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. Money comes to me easily, effortlessly, continuously, all the days of my life. The money I circulate comes back to me tenfold. Every time I give, it comes back to me multiplied. I give, and it shall be given unto me. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. Every time, money just finds me wherever I am. You're saying all these things, and then as soon as you get done and you at work, y'all complaining about how much y'all utility bill costs. Y'all see those property taxes? Oh my goodness, yes, they're ridiculous. Do you know my landlord just went up on my rent? He went up $350. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness, these prices, I cannot believe it. But we just got through talking about how wealthy we are. And now we having conversations about lack. And then we wonder why we don't see the wealth in our lives. That's why. Because you're not being the watchman at the gate. You're not paying attention to your conversation. You're not guarding your heart with all diligence because out of it flows the issues of life. See, I pay attention. Like, I have conversations with my girlfriends, and she's like, oh my goodness, inflation, because I say, ain't no inflation over here. I don't know nothing about no inflation. I don't subscribe to inflation. All my bills paid for. I pay my credit card bills off every month in full, no carryover. Was it always like that? No, it wasn't. Do I know what it means to be lean, to have lean years? I do. As Paul said, I know how to be what? I know how to have a lot and to be a base, right? I know what that looks like. But in all things, give thanks. Because this is the will of God concerning you in Christ Jesus. To give thanks for all things. It's so essential. But that's why the quote unquote techniques don't work, because as soon as you do them, you're saying you're opposing them. You get out of the meditation. You just scripted, you just journaled. You just did the vision board. You just did the 55x5. You just did the 369. And then as soon as you have an opportunity, there you go talking about lack. Or as soon as you got through saying to yourself that you're in a beautiful, amazing relationship. Oh my goodness, I am adored. I am loved. I am treated so well. This is the most amazing relationship I ever had. They appreciate me. They respect me. They elevate me. They support me. They always, we love spending time with one another. It's so symbiotic. It's one of the most amazing relationships I've ever had. When I think of them, I build them up in my mind. When they think of me, they're building me up in their mind. I only think wonderful things about my significant other. And then you go to work, or then you talk to your family member, or you're talking to your guy, you're talking to your girl, and the first thing out of your mouth, I can't believe they ain't calling me. Oh my goodness, did you see them on social media? You see he posted a picture of another girl? Oh my goodness, my SP, man, she tripping, man. I don't understand what's wrong with her. I've been calling, she ain't been showing no love and all. That's why. It's not about extreme faith. Everyone has the measure of faith. It's about knowing. They believed it. It was faith. That's it. It was faith. The Bible doesn't talk about how big or how little faith is. I know it appears to talk about it, because it says if you have the faith of the grain of a mustard seed, you should say to this mountain, be thou removed and then cast into the sea. But you think that it's talking about how big or small something is, when there is no big or small in consciousness. So it's never talking about how big the seed was. It's talking about what the seed produces. The seed, the mustard seed, knows it shall become a what? A mustard plant. It knows that's what's contained within the germ, what it will actualize as. Like the acorn is the oak tree. The apple seed is the apple tree. So if you have faith that you are wealthy, you shall say to the mountain of reasons is why you can express wealth, be thy removed and cast into the sea, and then nothing shall be impossible for you to express. Then it won't be impossible for you to express wealth, because you understand that the consciousness of wealth produces wealth, and the consciousness of lack produces lack. It's the consciousness of the thing that we're talking about. Yes. Hey, sub God. Yep. Fear and faith take up the same energy. It doesn't take much to have faith. You're already given a measure of faith. It's just, are you using it? Do you believe it? Do you accept it? Because you need faith for things you cannot see. You don't need faith for things you can see. It requires faith to believe in when you don't know how it's going to happen, when you don't know how it's going to show up. That takes faith. Hey, Cinderella sisters, I'm hearing you. It seems like sometimes folks just be showing their true colors. What we mean by that, Cinderellas? Because people only show up based on your conception of them. That's how they show up. Thank you, Eden. Yep, I just know it's all done no matter what I'm facing. That's it. The end result. I'm doing well. Say, How to reach that consciousness, though? Through practice, practice, practice. Via meditation. You got to talk to yourself, right? I always sing that song by Christopher Williams, right? I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. People ask me why I do what I do, right? And you're talking to yourself through words or through visualization, right? Because we know pictures are worth what? 1,000 words. So you can visualize it or you can vocalize it, whether audibly or inwardly, right? Pictures and words are two of the same coin, right? But you got to practice it. That's how you impress the subconscious. That's why you want to get quiet. You want to go into the closet and shut the door. The closet is your mind. Go into your mind, shut the door, close your mind to the senses, to the five senses, and you're going within. And what you do in secret with the Father should what? Reward thee openly. It should be shouted from the rooftops. The world will see it. When what? You believe it. When you believe it, then the world will see it. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that comes to God, to the I am, must believe that he is. You got to believe that he's capable, that it's able to be done, that it's already done, that it is possible. And he rewards them that diligently seek after him. You got to be diligent about this thing. You can't take no for an answer, because all the promises of God are yes and amen in Christ Jesus. The answer is always yes. It's always yes. Consciousness never says no. You either rob yourself or you give it to yourself. It's always you. No one is keeping anything from you but you. You're keeping it from yourself because you're telling yourself it's impossible. That God's not capable. That this thing I want is too big for him. And I'm only saying him because, that's how we have given God the male pronoun. But we know consciousness is genderless. Or there's no organization of sex. As I was listening to Dr. Joseph Murphy today, he said gender is masculine and feminine aspects of divine mind, right? Conscious and subconscious, male, female, masculine, feminine energies, that the two become one. Two become one. So I'm trying to wrap my hand around it. It seems as though I don't have control over how people show up. You have control over how you think about them. That's what you have control over. You have control of how you think about other people. How do you think about them? Because that's how they show up. You're basing your thoughts about them on past experiences as opposed to how you want to see them. How do you want to see them? Not based on what they've done in the past, because remember, the past don't exist. It only exists in your mind. And every time you use the past to justify the present, you recreate it. Yep, Trinity. Every time you say that, the universe is like, okay, your wish is my command. Yep. The story of Daniel and the lions, stay in perfect example and staying in faith and in the knowing, right? He didn't look at he didn't look at the lions. He didn't see that. He turned what? Away from the problem, right? And turned towards the solution. The problem was behind him, was the lions. He ignored the problem and put his face towards the solution. Yep, that's how I get through it all. Too many of us are not only looking at the problem, we're talking about the problem, we're analyzing the problem, we're judging the problem, we're justifying the problem. All we do is see a problem and wonder why we keep experiencing the problem. It says, resist the devil and he shall flee from you. And then it says, resist not evil. Resist not evil, but resist the devil. Sounds contradictory, right? Resist not evil, but resist the devil, and he shall flee from you. Who's the devil? Resist the belief in I can't. Resist the belief in that it's impossible. Resist that belief. Don't give in to fear and to doubt and to negativity. And then resist not evil. Don't say it's not there. Because you saying it's not there, you talking about it, you resisting it is making it more real. So you don't resist it. You turn away from it. You don't give in to it. You don't give it your attention. You don't respond. You don't react. You don't judge. You don't justify. You turn away. Hey, El Glaze. Oh, okay. You said how to get over the fear of being disappointed. The way to get over fear is to fall in love with your desire. Perfect love casts out all fear. Do you really love what you're saying that you desire to be? Have you fallen in love with you? Do you want your desire so much you're willing to let go of your old habits, your old beliefs, your habitual thinking? And so you do this through meditation, through paying attention to how you think and deciding to choose differently, regardless of what's happening, regardless of what's going on, regardless of when the old story wants to make an appearance and you talking to yourself, oh, that's the old story. I choose not to think that way anymore. I'm going to put full trust in the infinite and divine mind to be able to carry this out. Because I can't figure it out. I've tried. Nothing I do works. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to give it over to divine mind, to infinite intelligence. I'm going to trust the great I am. Hey, good evening, Monty J. Say, when my thoughts kept dropping in today, I kept repeating, I don't think like this anymore. It finally went away. Yes, yes. That's it. Wow. That's it. Wow. That's it. Yep, fall in love with being the person, not having the thing. Exactly. Because when you seek ye first the kingdom of God, which is the kingdom of your good and all of his righteousness, the decision to think right about your situation, your desire, then the thing is automatically added to you. It's because of habit, Eden. That's the only thing. You're familiar with the old story. That's it. It's because of habit and for no other reason. You're deciding to create a new habit, to get familiar with the new story. That's why it requires practice. That's why it requires repetition. You have to repeat it over and over and over and over and over and over again. You have to rehearse it over and over and over again till what? It impresses the subconscious. And it doesn't take as long as you think it does once you make the decision. The length of time it takes, Eden, depends upon your confidence. It depends upon your confidence, your conviction. That's what it's all dependent upon. Here's the thing, while you're changing, because you're not changing the old habits, you're forming new ones. You're letting go of old habits and you're forming new habits. You're not changing old habits. You're deciding to think differently, and you're going to be persistent about thinking differently. And you're going to choose it every day, every moment. And you're going to set aside time to be still with yourself, to contemplate the new thoughts and fall in love with them. Embody them. Allow them to be impressed upon your subconscious mind by shutting out all the noise, being diligent, being sincere. It said, today I had a conversation with myself about changing thinking habits on certain things. Yes. And it's only because of habit. And yes, the fear arises because you don't trust yourself. You let go of fear when you fall in love with you. Fear doesn't manifest easier. Fear manifests out of habit. But if you believe fear manifests easier than love, then that'll be your experience. You don't even have the spirit of fear. Fear is an illusion. Fear is a creation of the mind based on limitation. The only thing that is real is love, because love is never created nor destroyed. Love is. Fear, on the other hand, is created. It's based on doubt, on ignorance, on not knowing. But when you choose love, when you truly decide to choose love, then fear dissipates. You come to realize it actually never had any power. But you got to choose love. Love is the only transforming power. Love never fails. Love is unconditional. Love is non-judgmental. Love is not controlling. Love is not compromising, nor is it sacrificial. Why do you want to manifest a commitment text? But of course, you can manifest anything you want. Do you believe you can manifest it? It's not can you, it's do you believe you can manifest it? Of course, all things are possible. Of course you can manifest it. Do you believe you can manifest it? Do you accept that you've already gotten the commitment text? Do you believe that the commitment text is already there? It's already yours? Thank you, Radiant. Hello, Radiant Speaks. All things are possible to them that believe. All things. Not some things, not most things, not many things. All things are possible. Can you allow yourself to be convinced that you received the commitment text already? Can you accept that? Oh yes, Eli. It's only wrong if you think it's wrong. So don't think it's wrong. All things are possible. Blessings. There is nothing impossible to God. There's nothing impossible to them that believe. Yeah. So if I was in a relationship for 5 years when they were head over heels for me, it was my thoughts. Yep. It was all you, Eden. Yep. So, ooh, all answers really are the same. It kind of makes it easier. Yep. Yep. All answers are the same. That reasoning mind wants to complicate it. It's like it cannot be this easy. Actually, it really is this easy. No, it can't. I've been told I had to work, I had to fight, I have to grind, I have to struggle, I have to sacrifice, I must compromise. No, 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 no. All you got to do is believe. No, no, no. Wait. I thought I had to compromise. I thought I had to struggle. I thought I had to strain. I thought I had to sacrifice. I thought I had to grind. No, 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 no. All you have to do is believe. Wait, wait, wait. All I got to do is believe. Wait a minute. I thought I had to struggle. I thought I had to sacrifice. I thought I had to compromise. I thought I had to strain. I thought I had to force. I thought I had to push. I thought I had to pull. Wait a minute. I thought I had to put a lot of effort. I thought I had to make it happen. No, no, no. All you got to do is believe. No, it cannot be that simple. Are you telling me all I got to do is have faith? That's all you got to do is got to have faith. No, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. We only appreciate things we work for. We don't appreciate things that come free or come easy. Why can't I accept the easy? Why is it so difficult to accept the easy? Because you've been conditioned to believe that it's supposed to be hard. But scripture says it's light and easy, light and easy. No, 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 no. The world don't accept that. The world only validates those who work and sweat and grind and put a lot of effort on. We can only award people for their hard work. Hard work. We only justify hard work. All my life, I had to fight. Dun, 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 dun. Whew. See, my old story came in and jumped me just as I felt my life shifting. I've been really heartbroken about it because I thought, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Radiant Speaks. I'm really heartbroken about it because I thought I was really shifting. You have shifted. You got to claim it. Don't let the outer determine the inner. Perceive it differently. Just know it was the old story wanting to be resurrected. The old story was holding on for dear life. But you got to be like Whitley's mother was with Dwayne. Just die. Just die. Just die. You just got to tell it. We don't believe that way no more. That's the old story. Don't give yourself grace. You really don't have to accept the experience, Eli. You can experience it differently in your mind. Whatever happened that made you feel like the thing wasn't taking place, remember it differently. Revise, revise, revise. Never accept an unwanted experience. You don't never got to accept it. You God. Do you know you God? And you can change anything. You get to go down to the potter's house and mold it to the way you want it to be. Right? That's what Jeremiah said. I went down to the potter's house. And he reshaped. Right? The potter's house, the mind. He went to the imagination and decided to imagine it differently. Yep. Hello, Journey. Hello. That's my cousin's name. I have a cousin named Journey. Hey, Sierra. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we never have to accept anything. We really do get to create our reality. We really do get to shift our mindset and remember things as we desire for them to be. And to the extent that we can believe in the change, it must what? Express itself. It must reflect the change we've made from within. It will show up differently on the outside. Thank you, Dominique. Once you decide to think differently, all you got to do is have a different perspective. Go in your mind and tell yourself what actually happened was this is what actually took place. Actually, I responded this way. Or actually, I didn't say anything. Or actually, I was calm, cool, and collected. Actually, this is the best day ever. Actually, the email read this way. The letter said this. The recruiter told me that. The home lender said this. So when I'm praying to manifest, should I ask my desire or should I think that I already have it? Be thankful that you already have it. The moment the desire came to you, it was already yours. That's your decision. That's the 4 steps, right? Decide. That's your desire. Give thanks. That's your prayer. Believe it's already done. Remain faithful to it. Persist, persist, persist. Number 4, do nothing to make it so because it's already so. It's already done. You don't try to figure out what to do. Just know whatever needs to be done, you will automatically do. You don't worry about it. Be still and know. Oh, it's called Adam's Gift. Wow. That's what's up. Adam's Gift. Oh, Adam's Dream. Adam's Dream. This is Adam's dream. We are dreaming in the state of Adam until we awaken into as the Christ. We're all dreaming until we awaken as the Christ. We awaken within the dream. And then we get to do what? bring our heaven down to earth. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Bringing heaven down to earth. We're no longer supposed to be going through the pits of hell. We already did that while Adam slept. We dreamed the most horrific dreams. Now that Christ has awakened, we're supposed to be bringing heaven down to earth. Thank you, neighbor. Yep. You're supposed to be turning this water into wine. This is your marriage. You're at the marriage feast at Cana. And you're supposed to be turning water into wine. You're supposed to be taking this psychological truth and applying it to your life and bringing heaven down to earth. You's married now. You are the bride of Christ. You's married now. What gifts are you going to give yourself now? What gifts are you going to give yourself now? The abundant life, the joy that's full to overflowing, the peace that passes all understanding. Yes, I can. What's that? Rustum for life. So after you've decided what you wanted and you've prayed, which means you've given thanks for already receiving it. Number 3, you must believe, you must accept that it's already yours. So you remain faithful. And what is faith? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of not being able to see it. So even though you can't see it, you still believe you already have it. And number 4, you're not trying to figure out how to make it so. You're not worrying about the how or the when. Because how are you trying to make it so, worrying about the how or the when you already given thanks for having it? It's already yours. It's already done. So you don't do anything to make it so. You trust that it's already so. And then things will just take place. Things will just happen in your world to prove to you that your imagination really does create reality. Yo, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Yep, 2 minds become the 1 mind. Yep. So number 4, you're just getting in the receptive state so that the unseen becomes seen. You're going to be still, and being still means stilling the mind, not allowing it to fear, doubt, worry, be anxious. You want to practice not trying to make it so, because you understand it's already so. And this goes against everything the world tells you, because the world tells you got to do something. You just can't sit around. You just can't, nothing just falls out of the sky. If you want a job, you got to go, you got to try to go find a job. You got to go do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. You got to do that. If it requires for you to fill out an application, you will fill out an application. But you're not filling out the application to try to get the job. You're filling out the application to claim the job. That's a difference. There you go, Eli. So every job I ever got basically fell out of the sky. So you already know you didn't have to hit the pavement and try to go look for a job. Yes, absolutely. That's beautiful. That is amazing. That is amazing. Yep. That's how simple and easy it should be for all of us. But we got to know that to be true. We got to accept that. But okay, I'm not going to be on here as long as I usually. I did 3 hours earlier today, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to end on a good note. End on a good note. End on a good foot. We always end on a good foot. It was another amazing live. I appreciate everyone who came through tonight. I appreciate all the likes, the engagement, the follows, the gifts. Remember to remain faithful to your unseen reality. Know that the unseen will be made seen through what? Your faith. It is your faith that makes you whole. Thank you, neighbor. It is your faith that makes you whole. The unseen becomes seen through your faith. Remain faithful. Don't give up. Don't take no for an answer. Persist, 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 persist. Let go of the how, the when, because it's already done. It's already done. It's already yours. Trust it. Believe in it. Remain faithful to it. In all things, give thanks. In all things, no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, say, this is working out for me. I don't care what's going on. This is working out for me. I don't care what's going on. This is working out for me. For all things work together for the good for those who are called according to his purpose. And you are called for a purpose to actualize your every desire. Good night, guys.